got back from the convention, I think it's right that we first start off with a celebration. Can we clap for that? Oh yeah. We're gonna get into. We're gonna get into everyone's day. What their favorite part about it, part they like the least, and one thing that they learned from today. We're gonna go around to everyone on the pod for today. It's gonna be episode 11. It was a crazy.
Wow.
Yes, episode 11. Look at that.
Oh wow.
So, it's gonna be a great episode. Smiley's doing the honor of pouring everyone.
Let's
Drink.
go.
Be my hero, baby.
This is really good.
Mushu.
It's very surprising.
Who lost the microphone?
No, it was found. The microphone was found.
I swear, like I forgot what that was. Like,
All the little
Like Chris
yeah. Does this record everything?
what you said?
Jay.
I lost him again, guys.
The last.
No, hold on. After you.
Jay, when's your birthday?
No,
It
was lost in
February
here.
14th.
So next year, okay?
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
year, we'll include you.
Yeah.
and then I guess he
I'll
lost.
be 21 for the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, then we're really in trouble.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be a different Jay.
Hey, we got a new shower this year. New Jay next year. Got it. No problem. No problem. Jay next karaoke next year for Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
On me.
Okay, you start saving, bro. $400 minimum. This guy's mad. Okay, got it, no problem. $400 minimum.
So we started outside, but I guess we're gonna go around. I guess I'll be the last one. So
You want to do shots first?
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody get a shot.
I got one already.
You know, throw a shot of.
Yeah.
I want to throw a shot of wine because I don't have
I have my own glass.
No, that's the Silvio mami.
Bueno.
That's it.
I wanted to say that.
Ash, are you in the frame?
Nah, I don't think we're in the picture. It's fine.
Jay,
Jay, are we all in? Oh, we are?
Oh, God, that's terrifying.
cheers,
All
guys.
right. Cheers to a great convention, right, and great teamwork.
Great teamwork this weekend.
Yes, sir.
And to you for winning an award.
Thanks. Okay, Jay, go ahead.
Alright.
I'm starting off? Okay.
Alright.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. That's our next thing. Okay, so my day
Yeah.
or my weekend.
So what was the favorite part of your weekend? Or I guess the 3 day at the convention.
Okay, so my favorite part. So I think like 2 or 3 favorite parts. My team, the way that everybody worked together, how seamless it was, how it's easy to like get annoyed with someone when you're working so closely to them in such confined spaces under so much pressure. But the fact that everyone did it like gracefully, that was fucking awesome. I'm really proud of my
That
team.
definitely showed a different type of energy.
Facts,
Right.
man.
And you guys would notice amongst the other, right? Like the
Yeah.
other.
like you can tell that like the dynamic in the shop is dope. So that was my favorite part. My other favorite part was like I saw one of his peers, you know, a fellow tattoo artist in New Jersey, come into the booth and really like humbled, you know, he showed like he physically showed him how much appreciation this guy vowed for him, and I thought that was like.
Yeah,
Really
really
cool.
dope. Like,
Yeah,
automatic.
So he showed him like that much respect, and I was like, damn, really? You know what I mean? Like that was really cool. So to see like that recognition and that respect for the hard work that's come behind it is like that was.
Right.
So that was my other favorite part of the convention. I think that was it. I think those were like my top 2.
You have least?
I did have a lease. Your client.
I mean,
I am so sorry, but like
Nah.
the vibe was really high, and homie came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Just
for
like
real.
that whole thing was.
And everybody could agree, right?
And it was
Right.
just, it was
Yeah.
weird. It was
Yeah.
weird. So that was my
You
least
can
favorite.
see the weirdness behind it, right? The manipulation behind
Yeah,
it.
everybody was like,
Weird day.
I swear to God that he was gonna leave.
Right, I was scared.
And I
That's
thought,
why
I
kept
don't know if
asking
you went to get him or Jay.
No, I
was
kept
doing it.
asking you. I kept asking you where to go.
Because I remember he was like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom. I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. She's like, see if you're there. I was like, I'm
was
going to the
about to-
bathroom.
No, it's not there.
No, when I saw him, I walking with the bag and everything, and the person, I was like, they left.
Like we had a very cool vibe yesterday, and homie and wild ass situation.
Right.
Kind of killed that. So that was my least.
That definitely changed my mood.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
moved.
And then
The
to
whole
find
shop
out,
was
and then
like-
to find out the B-side date he wants to cover it up.
Right.
No,
Because he doesn't like the color paint.
Yeah.
It's like pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
think
that-
all of us were like in shock the whole
So
time.
that was
It
shock.
like
So,
weird,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
that was my least favorite part. I learned that for every 2 artists that we have, we're gonna need an extra set of helping hands. I learned that we need to condense, which means that we need to like really find a way to be able to pack more and less, if that makes sense.
More stuff in less
Smaller
space.
things,
More,
lighter.
yes.
One of them will be
lighter.
I always wanted to buy one personally.
Uh-huh.
The one of the beds, the tiny ones
Yeah.
for conventions.
Yeah, we need a few of those.
You know what would make sense too? Imagine if we could find a way to build a crate that we could fit everything into squares, where we could just take them out the truck in packets.
Almost like big shelves.
Instead of just a whole bunch of jumbled up shit, you know what I'm
Almost
saying?
like putting
like
in
the needle
pallets
guys.
and pre-wrapping.
Just pallets,
type thing.
yeah, like already prepared with all the shit on top of each
Like the
thing
needle guy.
to make it easier.
Yeah.
Like which
That
one?
could be designed, you know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost
so
like
I
a
think
storage
we need to work.
Yeah.
We need to
We
work
need
on
a
the
better
storage.
solution for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that could be
storage.
designed. You know, I used to
That's
design
smart.
furniture, and that's
Nice.
not
Like
hard.
you can hang the chairs on like racks.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, and then
Yeah,
put things
yeah,
underneath.
yeah.
Like you can definitely organize
Yeah,
that.
so we need. Although we were very organized,
Right, and we
we
were.
needed
Yeah.
more
I mean, we
organized.
packed
Yeah.
everything.
We all work well enough together. We're smart enough
Yeah,
to get shit done. But
Yeah.
had we not had the same team, shit could have went left real
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Yo, and all these guys,
Yeah.
those guys helped a lot.
They did.
Yeah. Like that
Guys, the
shit
friend-
made
They did everything.
So this is what's
Yo.
interesting about that. Should we have rented a U-Haul, we would not have gotten that help.
No.
Yeah.
Right. So the only reason why we were offered that help is because we're considered a commercial vehicle because our trailer is wrapped.
Right.
Incredible.
So we don't have to touch
So
anything.
we
Nice.
can't.
They get paid to do that.
So the
Yeah.
vehicle has like its own insurance.
$60
so
an hour.
Union laborers
Have to.
have to work on
Gotcha.
loading and unloading on those vehicles.
I'm about to wrap like a t-shirt or something. Just carry me. Just grab me out the fucking truck.
Just lay on the couch in the back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was my weekend. I loved it. I had a great time. I'm incredibly grateful to be working with such great people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right?
Yeah. All right, Ashley, it's your
Oh
turn.
shit. Oh wow.
Who do I
Your
look at
favorite
when I-
part?
Who do I look at when I tell
Whoever,
this to
right
you?
now, on the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your favorite part of the 3 days, basically.
My
When do
favorite
we leave?
Thursday.
We're still here. I'm like, I only work 3 days. All right, so yeah, what's your favorite part of the 3 days?
My favorite part of the 3 days was getting to brag about all of the artists all weekend. I hype you. I'm in the shop
Let's
all
give
the
it up for
time.
Ashley.
She's jumping for 3 days, man. We touch her around, she's like dancing and shit.
I thought she was a rabbit.
I hype you guys up internally in the shop all of the time, but to
Right.
have the opportunity to really express my feelings and your great qualities to complete strangers for 3 days, many complete strangers, it was really great.
That's
It
awesome.
was a really awesome experience, and I'm glad I got to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
What's your least favorite part?
Least favorite part was I didn't like the amenities that were offered
Oh
for
my God,
the
I
artists.
know.
Right.
I think
Wow.
there needed to be more food options. I think there needed to be priority
Yes.
for the
They should have gotten
artists.
vendors from around the area and charge them a fee and then have them posted and then, you know what I'm saying, get to
You know what's
different
crazy?
things.
Yeah.
It's not that far off because like when you go to festivals or concerts, and like there's a VIP section, and then only VIPs who are like pretty much in like the top
Pass holders.
Yeah, like pass holders for like,
If
and
you're
it's
a
only
pass
like 5 to 10% majority of the
Convention.
people there.
Yeah.
And you're like, they have their own thing. They can go. It's quick and easy. They can go in and out. That's it. They should just implement that and then just put artists. And then
Anyways, there's a little section areas
right
throughout the whole convention of food, and it's in the same thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like they should make their own artists, like food vendors, and then their majority or the public food vendors.
You see, like when we went to Germany, me, Rogo, and Sal, like they treat artists like
stars.
Artists, like stars. Like they had different food for you. They played awesome music.
That's great.
There was definitely like a more of a care.
And then everybody over there actually speaks to you. Like really good artists, like the best, they have time to speak to you, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool.
So what did you learn this convention?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I learned how to speak to a different type of clientele. It wasn't necessarily, I just told this to you, Sarah, respect went both ways when I was speaking to all of the people throughout the weekend, and I'm not used to that. I guess just coming from retail, you don't get the respect that you put out, so it was a good learning experience to know that people in other industries respect your time if you respect theirs.
Was it what you expected? Like
Which is crazy, right? Because I feel like society makes people believe that like tattooed people are bad.
Right.
Still.
So to see that,
Still in some places.
Wait, what did you expect from the convention? Like, what did you?
Because it's your first time, right?
Yeah.
Is it your first time at a convention?
It is at a tattoo convention.
Okay.
Yeah, working or attending. Yeah, I expected the chaos. I didn't expect the ease of talking to anyone about anything, honestly. I mean, I spoke to the amount of first timers that came up to me, and I was like, I'm so glad you're a first timer because let me tell you about my first time. The amount I should have cut the sleeves off of all my shirts that I wore because I just did that so much. So I don't really know. I don't think I went in with a certain expectation. I knew it was going to be hard work, but I knew it was going to be worth it. That was the expectation.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's fire.
All right.
So John.
Oh boy, that's a good question. I guess my favorite part going into it, well, not going into it, it happened during it. I did not expect it going into it. Jay, we actually have been recording, so I'm sure it'll be up on a YouTube video. I get to meet the person who got me into piercing, which is really cool because it's one of the things get to meet your mentor or the person you look up to the most in your profession. And I got to meet that person, and it was surreal for a couple minutes. I had posted on Instagram already, so Instagram, and my face is I've never seen my smile fucking all the way up to my forehead. I'm like, what the hell? Jay's like, yo, I've never seen you smile like that. I was like, yeah, that person was very influential to my career or what I'm trying to make into a career. So it was really cool to talk to her, and it was even better that she was really nice. Was yo, whatever you need, I got your back.
Gave you the time.
Gave me the time to talk to me for 5 to 10 minutes. Was like DM me anytime if you have any questions going down the line. I got your back, not a problem. And I was like, yo, that's crazy because I feel like most people want to meeting that person, and they're like, whatever. Whatever.
That don't meet your hero.
Right.
So somebody influenced you to something that you're.
So I was scared.
Yeah.
Me and Jay are walking. You'll see it in the video if it's on there. I'm scared. I see her, and then I'm like, I don't want to bother her. You know what I mean? Because I'm almost scared to be well, she's an asshole. Then I'm just ruining my I don't want to have a career in something and look up to somebody that's whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're good.
it's a bad
You know what I
system
mean?
for everybody
So
else.
I stopped, and then I was like, nah, fuck it. There's only one shot I got, so I just gotta go talk to her. So cool. I went and talked to her, and she was so nice.
Very cool.
That was the highlight. So that kind of solidified my everything. That's it. That's it.
Really cool.
What's your least favorite part?
My least favorite part is. My least favorite part is the food. Why? You would think too, because once again, I'm gonna relate it to music festivals and concerts. Yo, concerts and music festivals usually have great food.
Worth the price that you're paying.
I paid 5. So I went not once, not twice, but 3 times. And they changed prices of water on me. I went up there, it was $5 the first day. I went the same day, it was $7.
And this is for what?
Water. Dasani water.
No way.
So it was 5. I went up there, it was $7.
Artists has some sort of
Supply and
discount.
demand, bro.
Right.
We're bringing in the people.
And then
They ran out of water.
Right.
They had to get the box
Right.
water.
They had to get the box water.
That's why we got
It was 5, 7, and then 8. That was the 3 prices I got. And by the end of Saturday, I was paying $8 of water.
A bottle of water.
A bottle of water. And I was like, yo.
A bottle?
And I even, like, I was going through so much of, I had brought a reusable water bottle. I was like, all right, cool, but you get that weird, like, this is like still probably faucet water, like from those fountains. Yeah, so I stopped drinking it. So I was like, I don't know, it feels weird. You know what I mean? For shows like that, for sure, it's weird.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese and bacon is not going to do it.
No.
So and it's good.
No
it was
salad
good.
options.
Right.
Today they had fruit cups, but it wasn't available till like 2 o'clock.
So they give you shitty food, and then they don't let you bring food from the outside.
Right.
They don't let you drink water.
But they expect
But they
you
let
to
you
work
bring
for that
fucking
long.
So I think as a collective, like 1 email, 2 emails, 3 emails, 4 emails, 5 emails, 6 emails. Everybody should send them an email and be like, "This is not okay. This is not okay. This is
On Saturday.
So we're gonna be like,
Hold on, or maybe that's why conventions such as anime tattoo conventions start, like people like you that don't agree and have the vision or possibility of growing because you have the vision of getting your own convention starts.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So don't fucking tell them. Just do it.
Talk about it being
He's right about it because I guess complaining, especially in a rebellious industry, because everybody, not only is everybody like very rebellious in the tattoo industry, but they're like freelancers, right?
Right.
So I guess when you tell people like what to do, we become like the industry's Karens as a business, because we could come off that. Because of how social media is right now, everything is classified as some type of trending.
So I wanted to like wait until I got my time, but like you guys bring a really solid point. John knows this because he interviewed the people, but like a lot of people, when you're asking the question that you said, what's one thing you like about the convention, what's anything you don't like? At least 70% of those people said the food here is terrible. At least 20 people said, what's the water option? Why can't I bring in my own water? So that footage of that many people saying like this is like your main problem with convention. When we put that out, that's gonna have some kind of traction.
I mean, we could do it as a whole, but if we direct the same person, like Troy, the guy that was always in the scooter with the nice jacket, he's the owner of the convention, of Villain Arts. So if we like email him, send him a message personally, and make it personal, I think it's a different impact than just like, yo, your shit is stupid, doesn't make sense. Why didn't you have good food? And it's like, okay, we came off as dicks already, so
it's more like a poll, like, hey, listen,
this is
what we think, and
this is what.
here's
Also,
the
that whole community think the same thing.
Right.
It's like
There was people in the loading dock when I was waiting to be let into the other side that were complaining about that.
Wow. Yeah, it's wild.
So the food,
So the food and
that's probably the biggest
drinking.
one.
Did you learn anything this convention?
That I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the inner workings of convention because I've been to many, but I've only worked this would be my first one. So it was a lot of seeing something and processing it.
Right.
As like watching you guys, like, okay, they've done it before, let's see what they're doing. All right, now I know what to do, let's go, do it again.
The formula, you learned the formula.
Right, formula. I was just processing everything, and by Atlanta, good to go. First day, let's just knock it out of the park, not a problem. I also learned that like it's so cool to see all the vendors that we have coming from like the supply end of things. So I learned like, okay, pricing over here is a little different than this, but this one is higher than this, and this is lower. I have a list in my phone already of like, all right, well, we don't have to buy the same things from this person. We can switch it to do better cost wise, so I can help everyone, and also that there's new products coming out on the market. So I'm like, oh shit! I saw what was really cool today. I don't know if I told most of you. There's this sheet of Derm Shield coming out, and it's called Derm Shield Black. So in the summer, it's a UV protected, so it doesn't. The UV doesn't go through with the guy said. He goes, it's either really he was like, I'm not. He goes, I have a couple. I'm not sure the details yet. He goes, it's either resistant, like highly resistant, or fully like blocking UV on packaging. So having tattoos in the summer for clients,
it's a
Yeah,
wrap.
that's it.
That's no more excuses.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
Come get tested. No problem. How
a lot of
crazy is
people
that?
with like
Yeah,
a
that's
square
awesome.
patch,
Yeah.
like tan
Right.
everywhere.
Yeah, then you're gonna have that tan.
Yeah. So it's stuff like that where I was like, oh, this is really cool to see like the industry stuff
Right.
that's getting progressively better.
That's awesome.
Which is really cool.
Your favorite part of, I guess, the 3 days. That.
My favorite part of the 3 days.
Wait, was this your first time?
No,
No, like working.
No, second.
No, last time. Remember?
Yeah, last Philly.
Which? Oh, shit.
that's
You
right.
were
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I was busting shit out.
Yeah.
I apprentice.
You were the one, and then you and Brian,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
What was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part is like a 2-piece where it was getting to work with everybody, seeing how well everybody worked together. Like, and it was very effortless. There was little communication, but
Everybody
because
got
everything was
it.
getting fucking
Like
done.
everybody
Yeah.
understood.
Right,
Right.
everything was getting done, and you didn't have to say much, right?
Yeah.
So it was cool to see a collective of people, especially first timers at a convention, you know, be there and work so fucking efficiently. I think that was dope. My other favorite part was the fact that I got to bring Michelle, and she got to like see, so because she's at the shop and everything, like so she's at the shop. She gets to see us, but like we're very cool.
Right.
Like we're close, and that's cool. But it's not like being able to get to go to work with your person, right?
Right.
So now she got to see the full effect of the
I love
industry and be
working
there,
with
like
artists.
You know what's funny?
So that was really
This is
dope.
why the way we are is exactly that. Like we support that
Yeah.
because sometimes
And that.
it's like codependency. I know it sounds weird, but it's like sometimes we do depend on each other for certain things, and we either are a better person or we could be the worst. But nonetheless, that person brings something different out of us. So it's cool. That's the reason I love working with her because it's like I feel completely different. And you can actually feel it when she's not there because the shop feels different. And
Yeah.
you know when somebody's missing that there's something missing.
Oh, you guys.
Me and Ace were like at the shop and we was like, "Where's Lisa?" And it was just weird.
Oh yeah, no, Lisa, the other
And he walks out the room and he's like, right? What is random me? I'm sitting on the couch, I'm just like looking at the station, I'm like,
"Where's Lisa?"
yo, where's Lisa? And it's nowhere to fucking be seen. Smiley goes on the corner, right? It's weird, right? Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
yeah. This energy is very well received and recognized around here. So I think that's
There's so much that people feel it. Like you can see the
Yeah.
reaction either
Yeah.
from people that don't like it and from people that do like
We
it.
love
But
it.
I think we're a very receptive group, and
facts.
Yeah, and that's cool.
That's a big thing for us.
Yeah, it's cool. That's fine. Did you learn anything this convention?
No, what was your
Oh.
least favorite part?
Funny enough, that's actually both.
Okay.
Oh.
So my least favorite part was, in a sense, a lack of communication. There was a part of I think it was yesterday, where I got very frustrated because I felt like there was a lack of communication. And there was something off, but I realized that it was mostly in part, it was my lack of communication. So I got frustrated, and I'm not the person to complain. I get in, I bust shit down, I work and I bang shit out.
Yeah.
I don't complain, and I found myself complaining, and I was like, yo, and it was weird, and I found myself complaining. I'm just like, everything's flowing smoothly, but it was also very, very rough. Like I felt like certain things just weren't working for me, and I felt frustrated. I was tired, and I knew at the end of it, I should say, is when I realized it was my lack of communication, trying to figure stuff out, and I kind of lashed out. And it was really just me sitting down, and when I sat down with Sarah and we talked, and I sat down with Megan, we talked, and I sat down with John and we talked, and everything just fell back into place. And I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of just being a little bitch right now. yes, there could have been better communication.
You got
with
caught
me,
up in the moment.
but the realization was that everybody was playing their part like we were doing, and I got a little bit frustrated and just aggravated throughout, like the fatigue and everything going on.
That's what
That
it is.
I allowed myself to be
Fatigue
like,
about what?
I allowed myself to not communicate.
The body fatigue.
Right.
The mental fatigue
Right.
from tattooing all day and back to back
Right.
to back to back.
Yeah, but then
But-
you need to have your things ready. If you have your things ready, will you be fatigued?
No,
in a certain way?
because-
It was just. I mean, could things have gone better? Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's always room for improvement. But the thing was
But
that.
what was it? What was it that
Exactly.
triggered your frustration?
It was a
What's something
sternum
else?
piece.
No, it was
over the
multiple
edge
things. I think
part.
it was at the point where I felt like we were busting shit out because we had so many people coming in and everything like that. and it was like, oh, here's your tattoo, boom, boom. And before I'm done, it was like, yo, here's your next tattoo. And I was like, all right, cool. Oh wait, here's the one after that. And it was like, oh, here's the one after that.
Okay.
And then it was a point where I was just like, all right, cool, that's my next tattoo. Where is it going on the person? I didn't see the person. I don't know, and there's also like, so my thing was,
can I get my phone so I can take notes? Oh, we can play this back.
So my thing was that my frustration mostly stemmed from the fact that I felt like there was all these tattoos coming, and that's fine. I'm cool with doing flash days, because that's really what that is.
Yeah.
But I didn't know where the tattoos were going on the body.
Right.
I didn't know the person's body type, because where the tattoo is going. If somebody either has higher weight or has lost weight, the skin texture is different, the stretchiness. So there's certain things that you have to like look out for where I'm comfortable tattooing it or not.
Right.
Regardless of the fact, I'm gonna get down and dirty and I'm gonna knock this shit out.
Right.
But I felt the frustration, but I also realized like, yo, all I had to do was communicate. Right? Like I could have easily not have been frustrated and just been like, hold up, stop, let me, so I realized my missteps.
Right. Yeah.
So my biggest, like what I least liked about the whole thing was the lack of communication. Yeah. But what I learned from it was that it was a bigger part of my lack of communication, because I could have easily avoided that and filled everybody else in by saying, hey, before me getting frustrated and bugging out, I could just been like, hey, hold up, stop. Yeah, I could have literally took 10 minutes and just been like, hold up. Yo, listen, I need to know this, and that. Yo,
Right.
And so
yeah. On our end, like you guys get consultations regularly, right? So we're learning, right? So so for us as a team, like we don't give consultations to people. So this is where you get all your knowledge.
Right.
You know what I mean? So collective. Go ahead.
Yeah, and also it's because every time I've worked in conventions, or even like I came from a shop that was working with 2 people, then with 3. And then with 16 people.
Yeah.
So when I worked with 16 artists, the problem that I had was that I was trying to do big pieces, because I thought the more the artist, the better the place, the bigger the piece. Where they were banging out a whole bunch of little tattoos, they were making more money than I was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was there trying to perfect that only one. So working in a place like that environment, the pressure made me work faster and know that I could push myself to a certain limit, because now it wasn't one person that was trying to be like, it was 16 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So what I learned was that I'm like, oh shit, I have more potential than what I think. So in your situation, what happens is like, what you're doing is you learning that now you can work faster and you could speak to people quicker about ideas. Right. So like Lisa will sit there at the shop and sit down for like fucking half an hour and trying to come explain to the person, which is awesome. But she did that shit 3 days, and I don't know how many people she tattooed, and she closed it so quick.
Yeah.
Spoke to them, all right, this is what you want, let's do it, blah, blah, blah. And then, so now she know how fast she could really do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean?
So what I think he's trying to say is,
I didn't get a chance to speak.
He didn't get a chance to speak.
Right. I didn't get to. I only spoke to my client when they sat down in front of me.
He didn't get a chance to speak.
There was even again at the end of the day yesterday, where I had a client sit down and he was like, oh, so really what I wanted was I want to get a realism C-sleeve or whatever, but he picked out like a flash octopus. And I was like, well, this is a flash piece. But again, this is so sitting down in front of me. I have this guy who really doesn't even want to get this tattoo.
Right.
And I'm like, so why is low key? I'm just like, why is he in my chair? So I talked to him, whatever, boom, boom. Now and I'm all set up, I'm ready to go. So I put the thing on him. I'm like, hey, listen. Look at this stencil, see if this is what you really want. Because realistically, he just wanted a realism sleeve, and he was like, I want this to tie into it if I'm gonna get this. I'm like, well, if you're gonna get this, get it. Yeah. And I was like, here's the stencil, sit on it, think about it. I got somebody right after you, because I still had that, and I had 2 other pieces lined up. Boom. Later on that day, I had somebody else who came in for lettering. And the lettering on the stencil wasn't the lettering she asked for.
I understand.
So it was that, and then I hand drew it. So it was having people that I wasn't able to talk to sit in my chair and be like, "Hey, listen, I need to talk to you about this."
So would you prefer to have less clients at a convention
and more time?
Because that's where the trade-off is going to be.
What I think at the moment, what I thought was, I felt like I needed to. I know that we spoke about this when this first happened, was if I keep on getting up away from my tattoo, it's gonna take me longer. It's gonna be, and then it's also like a waste of materials, because I have to change my gloves and this and that, and it takes away. But I think I would rather for a split second get up and be like, oh, he wants to get a tattoo. This is what he wants. Oh, where do you want it? Boom, boom. And if it's like, if it's a thing where some of the stuff was, oh, she wants it there and it's easy. I want this done.
Yeah.
But if it's a conversation,
then it needs to be a
then I need to get up and have, because I would rather waste 5 minutes of my time than 10, 20 minutes sitting down with that person and then having to move on to the next person.
Okay, so on our end, we need to, when we have people who aren't used to that setting, help, we need to train them in doing so.
That's something that
because we did have help. We did have help who has no idea how things work, right? And so,
which then
and that's not
to us. It's easy. Like, okay, so where do you want the tattoo to go? And what are you going to do for us?
And we also know how to adjust time of like, hey, it's on this body part, okay? Like you said before, weight, wise skin texture, stuff like that, where we know how to add in that extra time and account for that. Would you also think that it's easier if, say, we only block out, say, 3 hours at a time, close your books until you get a little bit closer, and then start taking more and not book out the whole day at once? This goes for Lisa too.
I think probably, but let's say it was, this flash piece, they definitely want it and it's at an easy spot. Forearm, wrist. You know what I mean? It's not like, again, sternum, the side of the
where the person is secure as to what they're doing.
What they want, and then
if
also
it's absolutely 100% positive, this is where it's going, no issues, we don't need to discuss anything, then go ahead, book it. If it's like one of our flashes, nothing's changed.
Right.
You know how long it'll take us.
Right.
And no side, things like that.
Right, because also somebody knowing where they want a tattoo and also the placement changing because I knocked out the moth on the sternum. That was great, but and I did that piece on the forearm, fraction of the time. Right. So stuff like that changes the dynamic of me having to hover over somebody and now I'm hurting and I'm not ready for the next tattoo.
Yeah, I understand.
So the weird part of conventions is like when they come into the shop, it's like, this is definitely what I want, stuff like that. And then when they come up at the convention, they're trying to be more spontaneous in convention, which that part makes sense. But then when they come back like 4 hours later, they're like, oh, I changed my mind and everything like that. But they don't say anything to us up front when we check them in and not until they get in your chair. So then like when you guys were like, wait, what happened? I'm like, what are you talking about?
You're also like, what happened?
I'm like, what happened in the last 2 hours?
Again, and that's what ties into where I'm saying, like, what I took away from all of that was that I learned that instead of me getting frustrated, I just need to communicate. You know what I mean? Because again, stuff like that happens. Like what I said, when we talk, when me and John talk in general, even at the convention when we sat down and we talked about the kid with the octopus. We talked and it was just like, oh, okay. Everything was just like, oh, okay, never mind. Okay, and then we both got something away from it. So it's just what I took away from it was like, yeah, I was frustrated about this, and yes, this could be a little bit better, and this could be a little bit better, but I also understood that the realization of it was just that I just need to work on my own communication.
Right, cool. That's awesome. I'm glad you learned something from that. Very cool. Michelle.
Sleepyhead.
Oh, shit.
She's making it quick. Like, I like food.
Well, you are the least tattooed person in this room.
She has zero.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah,
shit.
Zero.
I am a completely blank canvas.
Oh shit.
So what was your favorite part?
Favorite part? Being able to help.
Right.
I feel like I'm in the shop so often and there's not much I can do. Or I'm working. Or I'm doing my own job. Yeah, I'm doing my actual job. So like to be able to like help and be like help move things along. That I feel like for me that was my favorite part.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
You're like honorary. You belong to
What's your favorite part?
Sounds like I'm
favorite part.
I can't afford it.
Same thought.
I don't know, man. My least favorite part. Besides being on my field, it had to be Smiley's client because I feel like we had just come off a high of like
winning,
and we're like yes, and everybody was so cool, and then it was like
not even an hour later.
Well,
Did you learn anything?
Did I? Well, I did my BBP. So
oh
I
yeah.
learned to safely do these things.
Yeah.
That's
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's cool as fuck. All right. So yeah.
During the convention.
Yeah.
In the middle of the convention. Yeah, in the middle.
Battery died.
And action.
So, favorite thing about this convention, that it was my first convention that I tattooed at. So, I learned a lot. I'm gonna skip the worst, I guess, because that just came out. So, I learned a lot.
That was favorite. Okay, yeah.
Right. So, I learned that I can definitely do more than I give myself credit for.
For sure.
Because I thought I was behind
Oh,
way
yeah.
more than I
my
actually
God.
was.
Yo, you came
And
up
that's
to me.
what my problem
I
was.
walk up to you because we normally just check in with you guys. I go, hey Lee, how you doing? She goes, John, what time is it? What am I doing? Who's next week? Tattoos on me. I go, you're a half hour early, my friend. Relax. And she's like, are you serious? She goes, I don't have a. I'm like, nah, it's 4 o'clock. You got till 4:30 and you're pretty much done. You're good. She's like,
Literally?
and I saw her like literally like turn back to her client like, all right. She was already so ahead of herself. She was like,
her whole grip on the machine
She was
changed.
like,
She was holding the machine like this.
Yeah.
And then went back to like. She was like, oh, all right.
That was cool.
It was so true.
Yeah.
It was so true. The second he said that, my heart rate went,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
really?
you got it, man.
I was like, okay. And then I was like, all right.
right.
I got this. And it made things easier. The worst part is that I say yes too much, and I no longer want to design during the convention.
Right.
So I'm used to doing that at the shop. That's what we do on the daily.
Right.
And I really like to please people.
Right.
So this lady came up to me. She's like, nobody else can ever draw this up for me. And I'm like, you give me the sob story, I'm going to tell you yes.
Yeah, right.
So I learned that that's where I need to draw the line.
Right, you realize
During a convention, no. If you come to the shop, absolutely. I'm going to eat that up.
Right.
So, no longer at conventions. I will definitely have bigger pieces out there, though,
sure.
with like time markers, set prices, and things like that out there. I have them, just not out in time for this one. So that's definitely the switch up in that sense. Because I don't just want to do flash. I do want to do the medium pieces and color pieces.
Right.
So I'm going to put those out there in addition to the flash. And that's the change. We're not going to design during, because that added extra time.
And it also pushes you to your potential, not just your flash, right?
Right.
So you guys know that you can always put out pieces and price them for conventions.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I was saying this to Megan, probably Ashley. I was like, yo, I want an ace book to show people. I want a lead book.
So we're gonna get e-book,
I know
ace
most
book,
of the time it was like design. We just weren't ready for
And a
that.
lot of people were looking like they were like asking
for physical
special
portfolios.
Yeah. They're like, no, I want ace and stuff.
So we will bring portfolios.
There's no other choice. I had so many.
Yeah.
Most people were like,
I think
oh shit, okay.
I think we relied on people having their
phones.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right, because everybody has phones.
But everybody likes to actually.
You should have a tablet for each of the artists.
That's what I'm saying.
I think
I
work.
agree it's tablet just because of how fast you guys grow and are constantly evolving.
Yeah, it's
by the
makes
time
sense.
by the time we print a book and it gets to us,
It's the same price as the fucking tablet that you just use.
but also by the time we go to show people your book, you've done so many other pieces that show so much growth that it's like this was a waste.
The tablet's a one-time investment, whereas the book you'll have to
Way more sense.
One tablet with multiple folders.
Right.
Is that all?
Artist folders. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's first convention, first of all.
I've been to a convention as I
Not
guess.
as much as fun as I was.
Definitely not.
I never worked one, but I've been as a guest. So it was definitely interesting to be on the other side of things this time. So my favorite part was probably I worked the merchandise, so I didn't handle the operation.
Right.
So I got to kind of sit back and watch you all operate, and that was cool because you can see. And when there was something lacking, somebody jumped up. There was never a time.
Yeah.
I worked in restaurants my whole life, and like some people just they come in and do their own thing and don't help out with anything. Like they see something
You always have
there
to be on top of them. And
yeah,
like, yo,
right. Yo, can you help me out with this? Or like, but when there was something going on, everyone jumped at it. Everyone wanted to make sure that it went well, or the customer was happy. Like everyone knew the objective and followed through with it, and that was really cool to watch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you got to experience the experience.
Yeah, totally. And to see Lee in action all day, I never get to see that, so that was also cool.
That's cool.
That was really cool for us because she doesn't hang out as much around the shop because we have very opposite schedules and stuff. So that was really cool. Yeah, to share this with her.
This is the bonding moment, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I realized that I can use her more.
I
did not utilize her.
How can I help you?
I take on a lot myself though, so like I need to learn to delegate. So that's I guess
awesome.
another one. Like I can delegate definitely more.
Yeah.
Like when I need help and utilize.
You gotta toss some soup.
Yeah.
Did you?
What's your least?
Least favorite. Oh my god. Right, I mean, it follows suit with like. At first, they weren't letting people take drinks out of the food area, and that just boggled my mind. Like, not like yes, the artists, like obviously you guys should be hydrated, but also people are getting tattoos all day. They're bleeding. They're
right.
You know, they're in pain. They're in this like this sympathetic state that you need.
Nutrition.
If somebody were to like pass out, what were we gonna do?
Right. Exactly. We didn't have water. We didn't have crackers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
And if somebody passed out, you sir, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
You need to bring them here.
You're not in the food area.
Bring them in the food area right
They'll
now.
be like, well, that's it. That's what we're gonna get.
Stop, drag them.
I learned that this was fun. I enjoyed this experience.
Cool.
It was really cool.
Would you like to do more of them?
Yeah, totally. I would totally do that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Jack.
My favorite part, I'll definitely say going around with John interviewing all the people because I got to see, like, from Friday to first of all, I can't wait for you guys to see this footage.
Oh God.
Yo, I can't wait for you guys to see this footage. From Friday to Sunday, the shift in people saying, "Hey, come to Chakra Tattoos Friday," to Sunday being, "Oh, you guys are Chakra Tattoos," was like so crazy to see in those 3 days.
How rapidly.
It was like, so Saturday being like the craziest day with like the line, like we got to a point where we couldn't hand out like one card at a time because like we would pass through people and they'd like try to reach one and I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta go back. So I was like, yo John, just hand out like 5 or 6 and like just tell them to pass them out. So we were like, alright, here you guys go. They're like, oh thank you. They're like, oh Chakra Tattoo. John's over here, we got the padded floors, we got Mortal Kombat.
That was awesome, by the way.
The padded floor, the highlights.
It was actually cool to see like people that we talked to and like some people that we talked to for a little bit longer like actually come back to the shop and be like, oh what's up guys, like actually, and then actually get a piece. Like Ace's piece was like the coolest thing that I saw because I saw it from different points. Like we interviewed the girl outside. And then I saw her getting tattooed like at the end. I was like, oh, like you actually got tattooed. And then someone showed me a video of her playing the gumball machine to get a tattoo. And we said that outside. I was like, you got the gumball machine.
Right.
So that shit was so cool to see. It was just
we were literally on at the. I mean, as far as tattoo wise, the first and the last part of that girl's experience.
That's awesome.
Which is sick. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
First being she was waiting in line.
Yeah.
And that was
to see the investment of word of mouth.
Right.
Like,
It actually blew my mind. It actually blew my mind that you guys, because you guys, hey, like, yo, Ace was telling me like last year, you're like, bang, what's up? Like we did the same thing. Yo, it's actually crazy that other people, this is like should be a little secret. Don't do this. Like talk to people. Like basically.
Marketing.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Footwork.
Yo, that's footwork. That's all it is.
Well, that's the difference. So I feel like the generation before me didn't believe in marketing.
Right.
And this generation doesn't believe in footwork.
Yeah.
Right.
So we happen to fit right in that
The
middle.
best part about it is that a lot of people feel so awkward doing it because they feel like, like, yo, people are coming to get tattooed, right?
Yeah, they want to
and they feel so awkward about, like, I have to talk to somebody or this and that and just talk to somebody. When realistically, you just say some shit and just have fun with it. Like, it's like, nothing's getting away from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Legit having fun. Oh, yeah, boom. Like, when we was there, welcome to the convention. People thought we was right there. I was took the phone, pretended to fucking give them a medal.
Scanning people with the phone. They're actually spinning. stopped at him. I was like, yeah, I want you to make a left right here and right there. Thank you, sir.
Yo, I was hanging
And
up.
they walked inside and you're like,
You'll see in the video.
I want to wrap it up because they're exhausted.
Oh yeah. Go,
What was your least favorite part?
Least favorite part, I would say, coming back from the second competition and hearing the news after like the 20, 30 minutes I stood with this guy in line and like the amount of hype I gave him, I was like, yo, shit's fire, we're about to win this shit. I was literally going up to people, I was like, yo, this winning this shit, right? Like, you know this shit going to win. They're looking at it like, yo, who did that? Malibu Smiley, we were giving out the Instagram, follow, oh, this works fire, follow him. Yo, we go up, yo, I'm like watching it. You might be able to see in the video, it's kind of far. Like, he like throws his leg up on the table because he had it on the chair. He like throws it up on the table, he's looking, oh, that shit's fire. Comes back down, he's like, yeah, bro, I had to throw it up on the table, they were loving it, I wanted them to see this shit, it's fire. And then to come back to the booth.
So that was all fine.
And then that shit just like zapped me. So I was like, bro, that shit. I don't know. It was.
It's just massive.
It like killed my mood. But I learned so much because it was my first time ever like going to a convention.
Yeah.
It was really like it was a great experience, great time. But I don't know. I could probably go on and on what I learned. First thing I learned, a lot of people like when they go to a convention, they don't know what they want. So if you can convince them to get a piece that you want to give them, they're gonna get it. Like if you're like, look at this. Look how you got this color right here, you know what I'm saying? This piece will look real nice right here.
Psychology.
Yeah, it's like 2 psychology. It's real.
Yeah. Yo, for real. So that's definitely like one thing I learned. A lot of people are, like when we were going around, they're optimistic about getting a piece. They don't go to a convention and like, I'm getting this piece, I'm walking out here with this piece. They're like, I like this thing, I like this thing. If I see an artist that has this kind of thing, I'm gonna go with it. You know, if they really tell me that this is something I want to do, and I have confidence in the artist, because they have confidence in this piece, I'm gonna get it done. So that was one thing I learned.
That's awesome.
Alright, Rogo.
What was your favorite part of the convention?
had to be your client for the first 2 days.
2 days.
4 days.
There's so many things to say. You know, like I've been in at least 3, 4 conventions.
Yeah.
There's so many things, but right now I'm exhausted. I
don't know.
The only thing that I will say is amazing is Ash, Michelle, and Lex. That will be it, because being part of, you know, like you don't know nothing about the shop. Not even Michelle, that she goes there. She goes there, but she doesn't know nothing.
I'm tired.
I don't know. I'm sorry. It sounds weird in English. That's why every time I see that to you be like offended. It's not. It's like you.
I open the door. I'll be like,
because if I ask you, Michelle, where the beeps are, would you know?
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She don't know nothing. About
You're right.
I'm sorry, it sounds different, but it's in Spanish. It's like, you know, she knows it because she goes there. She works.
She doesn't know anything about what we do.
Do you think I understand anything that she says? Nothing. I don't know nothing about her job. She don't know nothing about my job.
Okay.
And by seeing them just working like crazy, even though they swapped and everything and doing the, you know, you were playing fake tattoos, even though they're fucking crazy. That was it's worse than stencil.
She ended up finishing it off because she was her sales agent.
Whatever. They were like this, and they were willing to help, and they were like, this doesn't happen. I know. This doesn't happen.
So we definitely have something special.
Right.
We have investment in the shop because we are significant.
Absolutely.
They
so
hear from us, so they know someone.
And they care about the success of the business because they're significant other also.
Right.
That don't always happen.
You got the wrong partner.
They individually have our backs.
So it that's why it happens.
Okay, so I would say that as a rap. I could say many other things, but that was the main thing that caught my attention. That even though not being part of it, where they're like, yo, listen, they're like little ants. Together, like what the fuck? I felt they're good. Everybody's amazing. Everybody. Like the energy, the way they talk to clients, everything.
It worked well.
Everything about them is just great. Imagine, obviously, you say, oh, you need one more organization. imagine if you train them, that would be just
Insane.
perfect.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is not, you know, this is too much.
Yeah.
And I could say the least one, you could say many things. I don't know right now. What would I say?
They had to sleep your out.
No, it's so many things. It's so many.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, right now I could say something, but it's not the least. No, I could not. That's not the least.
Okay.
Let's say you were saying something. I'm just thinking about what you said before. That you want to do bigger business, blah, blah. I want to say that this is not the least. This is something that it cut in my mind, and I want to say it.
Right.
So it's not about conventions. It's not only about I want to do bigger pieces, and it's fine, which is you deserve it because you work really hard. But let's say you have to leave this too. Conventions is about, imagine everybody being booked. What are you gonna tell to the clients?
Right.
It's about networking.
You need to have people like you and everybody like right now, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And you need to experience that. Because if you don't know how to work fast and please your clients, boom, 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 then you're not ready for what's gonna come.
Yeah, fast.
Yeah. So that pressure, that's why we put pressure on our apprentices like
it's
that.
part of the process. I'm sorry, but it has to happen.
You have to bang
1, 2, 3, 4 conventions. It has to happen. It's just boom, boom, boom. And then you just, obviously, you have a fucking nice quality.
Right.
And you're gonna get nice pieces. But first one, I'm just saying it because I don't want to attack you, but
Just
probably sounds like that. It's just like I say, Michelle doesn't know nothing. I'm just saying.
No, but I understand. It's like a rite of passage.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But you gotta do it.
Like John said something, but then I forgot. I'm like, fuck, I want to say something
No matter
about
how
John.
many times
Everybody else.
conventions are never easy.
Yeah.
Then
No matter how many times
obviously food, many things. You know, many
Did
things.
you learn anything new this convention?
Yeah, no, the worst thing for me,
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
no, like, definitely not, I'm not ready for, something like this right now. I was ready before, but my back is not. I did it, and I pulled it off, but obviously, it's not.
It's not.
I wish I could,
Yeah, it's not
give it
good
to
for
you,
your
like,
body
you
right
take
now.
it,
Yeah.
you take it and go,
Yeah, but right now your body's,
Yeah.
you're done.
Not
You're
ready.
done with conventions. That's fair. That's
I get
fair.
it.
That's understandable.
You gotta get in the right place.
Yeah, yeah.
Make sure. Very good.
Okay, Johnny.
Sheesh.
This year's
Yeah. This year's apprentice at the tattoo convention. Jesus.
Yeah.
Ran through a ringer. She
It
really-
was
she really
it
did.
was my first convention as obviously as apprenticeship,
Yeah.
but also from the other side of the booth because
Right.
I have been like not as a client but as a spectator.
Right.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed the experience. A lot of people will think like, oh, maybe because after the experience from being an apprenticeship, you'll be like thinking, oh, maybe you don't want to do this career and all
Right.
that. But I don't think that way.
Right.
I really see me
Yeah.
like being part like
Yeah.
of
That's awesome.
that world.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It fits you.
Yeah, for
And,
sure. For sure.
I learned a lot
Right.
in this convention.
Right.
Like, I got to speak more with other people, like from the outside, promoting the shop, promoting like you guys as an artist, giving out like information and all that. Also, my love and hate relationship with Rocco's mini printer. That's crazy.
Stop.
Like,
No,
what's-
at one point I come over and Johnny's like this. Rose tattooing, he's tapping right on. He goes, just shut it off. Back to work.
No, because the thing with that printer was like during the whole day was perfect, brilliant. Like it printed very well for Brian, it printed very well for Ace, it printed very well for everyone. Then it go me, cancel, error. Even today, it says password error, and I'm like, Rocco, did you change the password? And he's like, no, I didn't do anything. I'm like, then why does it accept me? Like, what is going on? Why does it accept me? Yeah, and I have to be like, and even sometimes when I cancel it and I went away, Robbie's like, hey, it printed out. I'm like, why? So I don't know. We have a really toxic relationship. Like, we have a toxic. Yeah, I have to be like more connected with her. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Did you learn anything that's coming? Oh, what was your least favorite? Oh, it was that.
That was the printer.
No, I mean, it was one is that's one part. It will be also that was Saturday. Saturday was that crazy day. Also, in that morning on Saturday, they made me throw out my breakfast.
Yeah.
Like I went to 7-Eleven, I bought some stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Thank God they made me. I could drink my strawberry milk. So I got a strawberry milk in my stomach until like, I don't know, 4 p.m. or something. But when I got inside and then you have to throw it away, I'm like, but I'm gonna eat it like in the food section. I'm not gonna eat it in the corner. So you have to throw it away.
So the reason they do that is because artists are rebellious naturally.
Right.
And so when you tell them not to do something, they're gonna do it. And so many artists would have their open food or open like cups
right next to their tattooing station.
And it's nasty.
And things like that guy that drunk the water.
Right.
Happens in the station. Happens.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why they don't let you bring in food. Like I understand why. It's just fucked up, right? But did you learn anything?
Oh, I learned a lot.
Okay, what was the highlight of your learning?
Like, I would say like I learned about myself. Because I honestly thought that this whole experience was gonna be like very overwhelming. I was gonna be like more stressed or getting more anxious about it. But I learned how to control those emotions because it was like these people are counting on me to do their stencil to get all these things because I know they're working on a schedule. Right. So it's like when Megan was like, "Oh, I need you to do the stencil of 100 this, 200 whatever, and this one is gonna mix with this one, and blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I was like writing all that in my tablet, and even though some of the design were not really like fast access, like they were not in the drive and all that, I would go to the notebook, take the picture, and
you made it work.
I was like trying to look for it.
That was what she always, if it wasn't in, like I know personally, like my stencils, she would always come over, hey, do you have the thing, like, and she would grab
that's
my...
awesome, Daddy.
I was like, because I know they were working on a schedule, and I don't want them to be like,
right, because of me.
Because of me. So I was.
So I appreciate that.
She wasn't scared to ask anything.
No, you do well. Very well.
You do well under pressure.
Yeah, you do.
So
you rock out.
So that's why my hands and my everything was.
She came up to me at one point, exhausted, leaning over the table, stencil stuff all over her hands.
And it was crazy because at one point she like sit next to me and she's like, "Do you need anything?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay." And she's like, "Then pretend I'm doing something for you, okay? I'm gonna be here for you." I'm like, "Okay, thank you."
She's doing so much. I can't.
Because she saw me like,
I don't know what I'm doing.
she saw me like literally be like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to the printer.
But you enjoyed it.
Yeah, even for today, she cleared out that little corner next to the printer for me. She was like asking, like, "Is this okay for you? Do you need a share?" And everything. I'm like, "No, it's okay. This is great."
Because you were reaching over everyone's case.
Yeah, I was like there, holding, talking sweet to the printer, like, "Please, printer, like, I need it now. Please, you can do it, girl."
That's fun.
Awesome. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're back. So where I left off was what I learned and how I figured it out. So what I do now is I don't tattoo to design. I tattoo according to my favorite needles. So if my favorite needles are, for example, 3, 5, 7, 9 mag, 13, 23, the design that I do all consists of those needles, where it's just a one-stroke type of thing. So I know what I'm gonna put in my 3-run liners, my 5, and my 9 mags, and each needle, instead of be like, all right, let me try to figure out what needle goes to this and whatever. I'm like, all right, next needle, next needle, next needle. So I'm able to like fly through the piece. So then what happened in the competition was, and how I placed, which is dope, because now placing, 3rd place, I'm excited, 2nd place, 1st, but it's all the same shit, right? What I learned was that the new style that I have was going to get me to win more trophies, right? So now I'm like, because I've been switching up my style, and I'm like, how am I going to make this better? Like, because every artist is always trying to find you know, that niche that just separates you from everybody. And I'm like, I think I found it, but I don't know, I'm not too sure. And the trophy showed me that. Whether it's first, second, or third, that's what it showed me. All right.
Solidified it.
The third place, what it showed me was that now I need to perfect that style that I got. Now I need to do it bigger, better, quicker, just more creative.
Yeah.
So I could place first place, you know what I'm saying? Right. So that's where I learned how to tattoo faster and shit like that.
So to piggyback off you, another favorite part of mine was seeing everyone's reaction when he came
that
out.
was awesome. I really appreciate that because I only got it from her.
Yeah, so
like
yeah,
I only got it from her. Like I never got it from my own family, like cousins, friends around me. She was literally the only one. So competing and being in the booth alone, just me and her, doing what y'all were doing, just me and her, and me winning and her always being happy and shit, and then see you guys with the same reaction, like made me like want to work for more and better things. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of got lost in the tattoo. Like, all right, I can tattoo good. All right, I don't know this shit.
Yeah, but you got like a new spark, right?
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? After a while, it just become a little bit repetitive. So I try to switch things up. And it was cool seeing that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like your reaction was genuine, like love.
Yeah. It was dope. I didn't expect it. So I'm tattooing, right? And I'm already frustrated with the client. Because the guy, the situation with the girl, I'm frustrated. I'm like this and shit. I'm shaking my head the whole time like this. Because, yeah, we're going to cover it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I hear, woo! And I'm like, where are you guys so fucking happy? I literally turned around like that. I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of brought me up. Which is for a temporary time, because once I sit down, it maybe brought me back to
But we're gonna end it on a high note. It was an awesome convention. Everyone rocked out. I'm grateful that we had this experience as a team.
And we're looking forward to Atlanta. Whoever's gonna make it, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be pretty fun. And to bring, let's say, that dynamic to
Let's bring that energy
to a new place, and let's see everybody's reaction, because we're still learning. Let's see how everybody's gonna react in a new state, in a new convention. Let's see if we got a formula. We have a formula, you know what I'm saying? So,
alright, man.
Wow. Let's go get the fuck out. Great episode. Good night. It's 3 in the morning. I'm gonna catch you later.
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
oh my god.
Good night, Wisconsin.